What is going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. This is a prime example of why I believe a lot of women don't really know what they want, especially women who are feminists, women who push social justice. They talk about how they want to be equal to men. They talk about how they want the men that they're with to be sensitive and caring and to have the same qualities and values that they have. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be attracted to the feminine things that these guys do. Because according to this article from The Guardian that I came across, man, apparently there's a woman, all right, who basically said when she saw her boyfriend go and get this wedding dress, she became less attracted to him. This doesn't surprise me because I also saw an article where they polled, I guess, women who are feminists or social justice warriors who claim that basically the poll proved that a lot of women are attracted to men who are more, I wouldn't say misogynistic, but I would say more conservative, because they will call men who are conservative misogynist. So the poll basically proved that liberal-minded women are attracted to conservative men. They find them to be more masculine. I truly believe it's because opposites do attract. And when you have a man who, is the opposite ideology-wise, he's not going to cater to you. He's not going to put you on a pedestal. I think that's incredibly attractive to women. They find that quality attractive, that you're able to call them out on their BS, because the men that they normally deal with and date won't do that because they are afraid that woman isn't going to want them. So you got men who will pander, who will pretend as if they support their ideology, but they actually don't. Now, according to this Guardian article, it says, I'm quick to blame men for their toxic behavior, but in this case, I, the woman, was part of the problem. My gaze scanned the colorful racks of clothing and stopped abruptly on something I never expected to see. My boyfriend was clutching a wedding dress that he wanted to buy for himself. Now, that's weird. That is very weird. I think that these women, especially these feminists, they are dating very feminine men who may be confused about what they want. And because they fit these women ideology-wise so much, these women date these men, not knowing that these men like to wear the same things that they wear, like this, a lot of the same things they do. Okay, but because you have women who are very controlling, and they want to control the relationships, they want to have the power in the relationship, they want that man to, basically cater to their every need. It's to this point when they find out that there really is no masculinity there, that's when they are no longer attracted, or at least that's what they say now. Emily, he cried with a victorious glee. I found the one. Ian thrust the white garment into the air like a NASCAR trophy. Its lace sleeves sashayed from the tapered bodice, and fluffy tulle grazed the dirty tiles of the thrift store floor. A smile stretched across Ian's scruffy face, and his blue eyes danced with the giddy excitement of a bride saying I do. I know I may have butchered a word or two in that, but I think y'all get the meaning. Oh, wow, I managed to spit it out. We were at Goodwill searching for dresses to wear during the annual Mother's Day climb up Mount St. Helens, a decades-long tradition in which everyone scaling the volcano that day sports flowing garments in honor of female mountaineers and mothers everywhere. I think it was in that moment she realized that Ian batted for both teams. I know there are people out there that are very eccentric. There are people out there who live alternative lifestyles. But I think that what a lot of these closed-minded feminists need to understand is that when you're dating guys who fit your ideology like a glove, they may have tendencies. And it seemed like this guy has the tendency to wear women's clothing. And unbeknownst to her, he may do that. When she's not there, he's probably trying on her dresses, trying on her heels, makeup. A lot of that's probably going on. And she's seen the signs. But I think that when she saw him so happy with that wedding dress, I think she, in that moment, she realized that, yes, she might be with a switch hitter. I knew Ian, and this is the rest of the article, I knew Ian would be among the most outrageous on the mountain. My boyfriend is aggressively fun and a flair fanatic, which I find wildly attractive on most occasions, like when he's scaling technical slopes in jorts and a cat shirt, or skiing the steepest lines in the Pacific Northwest in space tights. So she liked his outgoing personality. Yeah, she was attracted to that. You know, once again, the signs are always there, you know. I found myself unexpectedly uneasy when his new fondness for feminine frocks, a reaction that challenged the progressive ideas I pride myself on for decades. I'd long thought I was contributing to a progressive shift in how we define masculinity, finally allowing men to be emotional and vulnerable, or to ask for help, or to hug their male friends, or wear dresses. Yeah, you want all that in a man, but you still want him to be masculine. You still want him to have the masculine characteristics. And that's because they don't know what they want. You know, a lot of these guys are not going to be perfect. They're not going to have all the qualities that you want. You're going to have to get a guy who's either really feminine or a guy who is really masculine and doesn't like to wear dresses, okay? Doesn't like to try on anything women's, nothing, you know? Ian giggled. Isn't it beautiful? His chest hair battled the sheer neckline. The skirt fanned out as wide as the beach umbrella, a garment fit for a Vegas chapel. I imagine him skiing down Mount St. Helens in it, the lengthy rag concealing his chiseled calves and hardened quadriceps, and strained to find it an appealing vision. It was too hard even for him. You know, once again, you can't have everything you want. You were attracted to his eccentric behavior. You know, the fact that he's willing to do just about anything. You know, he's a thrill seeker, so to speak. But again, this seems to me to be a situation where she knew the signs were there, but wanted to ignore it. Now, again, this guy just could be very eccentric. He could be a thrill seeker, or he could really like to wear women's clothing. But this just shows that she doesn't really like those type of men. I think that if she put her boyfriend next to a guy who she thought was more masculine, maybe more of a conservative, maybe more of a guy who wasn't the first. I wouldn't say the first one. Not the type of guy to go and wear dresses, okay? To dress up as a female, okay? I think that she would leave her boyfriend. But I think because she doesn't want to be a hypocrite, she's going to see it through. But she basically is admitting publicly that she doesn't find her boyfriend attractive anymore. She still may be with him. She still may have relations with him, but she's not going to view him the same way. And trust and believe, if women are not getting something somewhere, they're going to go somewhere else and find it. They're going to go somewhere else and find it. And that's what it seems like she may want to do and may end up doing. Because once a woman is no longer attracted to you, that relationship is not going to last very long. It really isn't. Some more of this article says, this was not the first time I found myself a little uncomfortable with the sight of Ian in women's wear. It's not an unusual sight to spot him sporting a skirt, dress, or sarong at a party, picnic, or trailhead. He uses his unconventional apparel as display of his individuality and reflection of his fondness for fun. I adore both of those qualities, but I was realizing I was less fond of seeing him exhibit through floral numbers or tight garments or wedding dresses. While it was attraction at first sight with Ian, his closet full of feminine gear put a tiny dent in his desirability from the very beginning of our relationship. So she basically saw the signs there when they first got together. And this guy buys feminine clothing. Now, again, you can be eccentric and stand out without trying to be so feminine. Again, this guy's trying on her clothes too. He ain't wearing hers. He's trying on hers. He's probably walking around in push-up bras and thongs, stockings, and she's ignoring it because she doesn't want to be, seen as a hypocrite, Not enough to stop me from acting on my huge crush, but enough to notice that there was an unexpected disconnect between what I thought I was okay with, a man wearing a dress, and what I actually find appealing on his body. Yeah, man, this is weird. This is a very weird article. I had to stop myself from reading it because, again, this is the decision that she made. She made this decision to date this guy, and now she's in full regret mode. Well, this is exactly why, you have to be honest with yourself. She thought she was dating a guy who fit her ideology, but that's not what she likes. She likes those conservative guys. That's why these women be in these conservative guys' comment sections and mentioning them all the time, because that's who they're attracted to. That's who the attention they want. There are feminists who date, anti-feminists all the time. It's nothing new. And I think that she likes that eccentric-ness about her boyfriend, but I think that's pretty much about it,